Hi, I am Larry King, and with me tonight is presidential hopeful Sarah Palin. Tonight we were going to talk about education because neither of us have one. Hello Governor, how are you doing tonight?
I'm wonderful, Larry. Thank you for having me.
Let me start with this. How do you think we can improve education in this country?
My understanding is that education needs the reform. We should teach our children how to succeed in the real world with the reform.
And how would you implement the reform?
Simple, Larry. Vote-tech.
Vote-tech?
Yes, Larry. Like in the Detroits where they teach the children to make the cars. We should embrace the vote-techs.
And by vote-tech you mean vocational technical skills?
Yes, Larry. Much like you have proven, a person does not need an education to succeed in the America. They just need to know how to make the cars and use the vote-techs.
And you're aware that Detroit is in the worst shape any city has been in since the Great Depression.
Detroit will be okay with the reform. We will reform the vote-techs.
Let me ask you this. How do you feel about No Child Left Behind?
No Child Left Behind is problematic. It needs the reform. It is not flexible enough.
How would you make it flexible?
I would leave some of the childs behind.
You would leave some behind?
Yes. So that they can use the vote-techs.
What about the teachers?
I come from a family of many teachers. They should be paid more so that no child will be left behind.
How would you pay for the increased salary?
I would leave some childs behind so that they can use the vote-techs.
But what about college?
College is expensive. We should focus on skills that people can use, like making cars and catching fish and running for president. This can be done in the vote-techs.
It's been reported that you tried to ban books in the Vasilla Library. Is any of this report true?
The report is not true. I have never even been to a library.
So you believe people should be able to read what they want?
Absolutely.
What books do you read?
Vote-tech.
Your dad is a science teacher, correct?
Yes, Larry. My dad teaches the science.
Does he teach vote-tech?
No, my father went to the university, so he teaches the science.
So does that create a conflict in your household?
To what conflict do you refer?
Well, your father teaches evolution, correct?
Yes, my father teaches the evolution with the monkeys and the Darwins.
You're a Christian, aren't you?
I am.
So do you think evolution should be taught in schools?
I do. The monkeys and the Darwins are fact.
But don't you also believe in creationism?
Yes.
Do you think creationism should be taught in schools?
I do. The creationism and the Bibles is fact.
But how can both be fact when they contradict each other?
A fact cannot be a fact without an opposing fact, or we would not have the debates. The debates are important.
But a fact cannot be contradicted. It is a fact.
We must have the debates. The debates are important.
In Alaska you have put over $200 million into grades K through 12, but only a fraction of it into secondary education. Why?
It is very important for our children to start learning early. This is why I put our money into the Early Start program. It is important that we prepare our children early so that they can better use the vote-techs.
Well, unfortunately that is all the time we have. Is there anything else you wish to add?
Hi, I am Sarah Palin. You may have seen me fish on your television set. We called it rapport. You've also seen me stand by my teenage daughter when she got pregnant, so you can be sure that I am the perfect candidate to lead your family out of the America slump. Vote for me and together we will teach our children the skills they need to survive in the vote-techs.